way.
I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose line after coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. First on the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Reds on this, my highlight, my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I stiff him, I'm down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Ball back ends.
A battle for division supremacy. It's the coach, and this is the...
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season where at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Look at that wang, man.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Name is
Found a little
Wang.
room there as he's up to about the 37. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look
Got
to
him.
throw.
What?
That's why you keep the legs
Get
churning.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast.
I can't
How
believe
about
you
that?
guys
They took
did
his
not
lesson to
tackle
heart, didn't
him.
they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Nice catch that
Down
time,
he
huh?
goes. Trent Murphy in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. It's hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep is Carlos Henderson. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
That's a nice-looking award.
Rashad Perriman off to the races. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
Picked him up at the
Partner,
free
I'm not
agent.
sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Throwing. Brissett. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shoot.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And here's the first
Let's
Patriot
go.
catch for the former Bill, Chris Hogan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now White. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's Gillisley, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Green 39. Green 30.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Breshad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
You have to score 25 points per quarter.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 30.
On 2nd down, Michel. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
He'll set up to throw.
Oh, nice.
And he'll have his man. That's Edelman.
Oh, damn it, Edelman.
He's at the 30.
No way. Nice.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 now at the game. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The numbers for Davis last week, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
Here we go!
A first down carry for Davis. Spins past him. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They'll try to throw now. Brissett launching one for Henderson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Micah Kiser was in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give. This is Michel. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
I knew it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they work this well up.
It's the only one open on the clock.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses. And they take him down. The Bills get to it. Trent Murphy in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Oh, my God.
Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Yeah, okay.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
One time. Let's see if old Perryman could do it again.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
What?
And he is
Yeah,
into
we
the
call
end
that
zone
shit.
for a Buffalo touchdown.
Oh.
Brashad Perriman with
I
2
told you got me
touchdowns on the
25
season,
per
both in this game.
quarter
And the Bills will extend
in order
their
to make
lead.
100 points at the end. And sometimes you can ump it up a little bit, but just gotta score, 4 touchdowns. Just 1 touchdown for every fucking, 2.5 minutes? 2.25? Shoot.
Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. At the end of 1, the Bills with the early advantage, and we'll return to Foxborough after this, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd down, Davis, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. On 3rd down, Davis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Great.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We're set to throw for it.
No.
It's going to be incomplete.
Come on.
The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play here for the Bills. 45 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in.
And he's got his tight end Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together.
That's the problem.
Up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Set, V19! V19! Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Ohio! Ohio! On 1st and 10, Brissett. Left side here, caught by Clay. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett.
Get off.
And down he goes.
God damn.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got his tight end, Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chad Hansen, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time win right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it? That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
It's just unfair.
Brashad Perriman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
I'm glad I picked him up as a free agent.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one.
Utilizing that 93 speed.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
No, not low
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Pass incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here we go now. Green 39.
That's a big motherfucker on that.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Okay, hold him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Right. Big motherfucker. Oh no, it wasn't. It's the right end.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Set. Green 39. Green.
They'll set up a throw to Michelle on the dump off. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
All right, there we go.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Here we go.
First down.
Burnt them already.
It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Gonna burn him again. I think that free safety. Maybe pass for free safety.
Brissett to throw on first.
Foul.
Caught by Curley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's going to fire deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Breshad Perriman on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Hauschka now for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And a route is on here in this first half. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Patriots. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And his throw is incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. We have hit half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Brissett, he's going to look deep for Perriman, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. Brissett now. And he's got his tight end, Clay. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills add on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack.
What the fuck?
But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And now running right through it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brissett on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Brissett. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Not only the completion, but that pass also gives him the record for most passing yards in a single game. What a day.
That tells you that the completion percentage is really high. Yards.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay from a yard out. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw. This is White on the screen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this game. Has got to be priority 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an outside jersey.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Fair.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Breshad Perriman, 75 yards. And the Bills add on. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this
There
big
it
lead.
is. All we gotta do is score.
One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh,
man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Goes underneath here to White, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Yeah, here come the Bills. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play
unfair
drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Breshad Perriman, 76 yards. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats.
Now White lost the football, and the Bills have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Breshad Perriman, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Dan, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Green 39! Green 39!
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
3-19!
They'll set up to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Throwing, Brissett. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Breshad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're heading towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A good pickup there, a 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Brissett sets to throw it. He'll rifle, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Breshad Perriman, 45 yards. And the Bills add on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Set, 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the left side, a catch by White. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Ohio! Ohio!
Brissett to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Brissett. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 54 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw, Brissett. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Here's a give to Davis. Oh, now he bowls him over. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They'll run for it with Davis, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That time a 9-play drive, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Trying to get it to Clay that time. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And some strong running. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
He's going to look deep for Perriman and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. All right, time for us to spotlight Rob Gronkowski. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now, they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Adolphus Washington able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hansen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New England, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.